Toto Wolff reportedly watched Max Verstappen drive a Mercedes through the Nürburgring, and by the end of the session the entire paddock was asking the same question. How is he adapting this fast? Because this was not Formula One. This was the green hell. More than 25 kilometers of blind corners, forests, bumps, traffic, changing weather, and over 150 turns where one tiny mistake can destroy a car instantly. Most drivers need years to feel comfortable here. Verstappen needed 1 weekend to qualify fourth, and the numbers are what make this story almost unbelievable. His Mercedes-AMG GT3 ended up less than 1 second away from pole position over an entire Nürburgring lap. That is not normal. That is the kind of performance that changes how professional drivers look at you. But here is where the story becomes explosive. Mercedes actually removed Verstappen from the car before the final pole shootout, even after he delivered one of the fastest laps of the entire weekend. Why would a team take out their fastest driver at the most important moment? Because inside the garage, they already understood something terrifying. Max Verstappen was not driving like a Formula One champion trying endurance racing for fun. He was driving like somebody who could dominate it. And once darkness, traffic, exhaustion, and possible rain swallowed the Nürburgring overnight, Formula One drivers started realizing this performance might be much bigger than a single GT race. At first, most people inside Formula One treated this Nürburgring appearance like a side mission for Verstappen, a fun challenge, a different kind of weekend before returning to Formula One. But that feeling disappeared almost immediately once the sessions began, because the Nürburgring exposes weakness faster than almost any circuit in the world. This place does not care about reputation. World champions have struggled here. Experienced endurance drivers still fear it. One tiny mistake can destroy a car instantly. And somehow Verstappen looked comfortable almost immediately. That is what caught everyone's attention. The Nordleaf is more than 25 kilometers long with over 150 corners twisting through forests, hills, bumps, and blind crests. Some corners tighten unexpectedly while drivers are already fully committed. Others disappear over hills with barriers waiting on both sides. Imagine sprinting through a mountain road at extreme speed while the road itself keeps vanishing in front of you. That is the green hell. And Verstappen attacked it like he had been racing there for years. Thursday already hinted something unusual was happening. The conditions were horrible. Cold temperatures, semi-wet asphalt, yellow flags constantly interrupting rhythm. Normally, those are the exact conditions where Nürburgring specialists dominate newcomers. But Verstappen still delivered one of the fastest performances. Then Friday changed everything. The track dried, grip improved, and suddenly Verstappen unleashed an 8-minute 11.614 lap during top qualifying 2. That lap changed the atmosphere inside the paddock instantly, because the gap to pole position was less than half a second over the entire Nordleaf. Less than half a second over 25 kilometers. That sounds impossible. It is like two runners completing an entire marathon and finishing separated by a single footstep. And this is where Formula One drivers quietly started paying attention, because Verstappen was not racing against amateurs. These were elite endurance racing specialists. Drivers who have spent years mastering the Nürburgring. Some know every bump and braking point better than certain Formula One drivers know Monaco. And Max instantly looked like he belonged among them. But here is what made the performance even more impressive. The Verstappen racing garage stayed calm. No wild celebrations, no emotional reactions. Everything looked controlled, professional, almost expected. That tells you something important. Inside the team, they already believed the Mercedes-AMG GT3 had genuine pace capable of fighting near the front. And suddenly, this stopped feeling like a celebrity appearance. Now, it looked serious. Especially because endurance racing exposes qualities Formula One sometimes hides. Traffic management, patience, mental endurance, the ability to stay calm for hours while conditions constantly change. At the Nürburgring, drivers never get a break. Faster GT3 cars constantly slice through slower traffic. One bad decision can erase an entire race instantly. And Verstappen looked strangely calm inside all of it. That is what started impressing drivers the most. Not just the speed, the control, because anybody can attack one lap. Very few drivers stay composed through chaos. And as darkness slowly approached, the Nürburgring Formula One drivers watching this race started realizing something uncomfortable. Max Verstappen was not behaving like a Formula One driver trying endurance racing for fun. He was behaving like somebody who might already belong at the very top of it. But the deeper this race went into the night, the more uncomfortable the situation became for the rest of motorsport. Because nighttime at the Nürburgring changes drivers completely. During the day, the Nordleaf already feels dangerous. At night, it feels almost unreal. Headlights cutting through fog, cars appearing suddenly out of darkness, traffic everywhere, drivers relying more on instinct than eyesight, and every lap lasting more than 8 exhausting minutes. Imagine sprinting through a forest highway while somebody constantly changes the road conditions in front of you. That is endurance racing here. And this is usually where newcomers begin making mistakes. Fatigue builds slowly. Concentration starts fading. Tiny errors become catastrophic accidents. But Verstappen looked frighteningly calm. That is what started shocking Formula One drivers watching this race, because speed impresses people. Control scares them, and Max was showing both. But here is where the story becomes even more fascinating. Mercedes made a strategic decision before the final qualifying session that suddenly looked incredibly intelligent. They protected Verstappen instead of forcing him into unnecessary risks. At first, fans were confused. Why remove your fastest driver before the biggest qualifying session? But after hours inside the green hell, the answer became obvious. This race is mental warfare. And Verstappen Racing wanted Max fully prepared for the moments that actually decide endurance races. The night, the traffic, the rain, the exhaustion. Because according to the report, weather remained one of the biggest unknowns heading into the race, and rain at the Nürburgring is complete chaos. One section of the circuit stays dry, another becomes slippery instantly. Fog moves through the forest without warning. Drivers commit to corners without fully knowing what grip level waits ahead. That uncertainty destroys confidence. But Verstappen's confidence almost seems stronger when conditions become unstable. We have already seen it throughout his Formula One career. Wet races, changing grip, late race pressure, moments where other drivers tense up. Max usually becomes calmer, sharper, more precise, and suddenly rival drivers started understanding the real danger. The worse this race becomes, the stronger Verstappen might get. Especially because the Mercedes itself looked incredibly balanced throughout qualifying. The report confirms Verstappen Racing had genuine pace, capable of fighting near the front, and endurance racing rewards consistency far more than explosive aggression. That changes everything, because over 24 hours, races are not won by one perfect lap. They are won by surviving pressure, better than everyone else, protecting the car, managing traffic, avoiding panic, making intelligent decisions while completely exhausted. That is why Formula One drivers started reacting differently after this Nürburgring night. Not just because Verstappen was fast, everybody already knew that. Because he looked naturally adaptable. And adaptability at this level becomes terrifying, especially at the Nürburgring. This circuit exposes weakness brutally. Drivers cannot hide here. Cars cannot hide here. Teams cannot hide here. Eventually, every weakness appears. And yet, Verstappen Racing kept looking calm near the front after starting fourth on the grid. That is not normal for a casual side project. That is the kind of performance that forces the paddock to start asking much bigger questions. Because now the conversation changes completely. Before this weekend, people asked whether Verstappen could survive endurance racing. Now they are asking something much more dangerous. How dominant could he become if he fully committed to it one day? And this is where the Nürburgring stopped feeling like a race and started feeling like a test of who could mentally survive the longest. Because once the sun begins rising after a brutal night, endurance racing changes completely. Drivers are exhausted, cars are damaged, teams stop thinking about speed and start thinking about survival. That is the moment where pressure becomes unbearable. And somehow Verstappen looked stronger the longer the race continued. That is what shocked so many people inside the paddock. Most Formula One drivers are trained for short bursts of maximum intensity, qualifying laps, 2-hour races, precise tire management. But endurance racing demands something entirely different. patience, mental endurance, the ability to stay calm while your body and mind are completely drained. And Verstappen suddenly looked naturally built for all of it, especially during traffic, because traffic at sunrise becomes terrifying. Some drivers are still recovering mentally from the night. Others become desperate trying to recover lost positions. Visibility changes every lap as sunlight cuts through fog and trees, and one wrong overtake can erase 20 hours of work instantly. That is why experienced Nürburgring specialists are respected differently. But here is the uncomfortable truth spreading through the paddock. Verstappen did not look like a newcomer anymore. He looked like somebody adapting faster than expected to one of the hardest environments in motorsport, and the numbers made the situation even more serious. The Mercedes remained competitive after starting fourth on the grid, proving the pace from qualifying was absolutely real. That matters enormously because endurance races expose fake speed very quickly. A car may look fast for one lap, but over 24 hours, weakness always appears. Mechanical failures, tire degradation, driver mistakes, strategy collapses. The Nürburgring punishes every flaw, eventually. And yet, Verstappen Racing kept looking composed. Calm pit stops, disciplined decisions, no panic. That atmosphere tells you everything about how serious this project actually is. This was not a publicity stunt anymore. It looked like a genuine attempt to compete against the best endurance teams in the world. And suddenly, Formula One drivers watching this unfold started realizing something fascinating. Verstappen may actually enjoy this kind of racing differently. In Formula One, Max often dominates from the front. At the Nürburgring, domination is impossible. Chaos always arrives eventually. Traffic always changes the race. Weather always creates uncertainty. That unpredictability forces drivers to adapt constantly. And adaptation might be Verstappen's greatest strength of all, because the more unstable conditions become, the more comfortable he often looks. That is extremely rare, especially at the Nürburgring. And maybe that explains why so many people inside motorsport reacted so strongly after this night race. Not because Verstappen survived it, because he appeared to understand it. There is a huge difference. One driver survives chaos. Another driver learns how to control it. And during the most difficult moments of the Nürburgring night, Verstappen started looking frighteningly close to the second category, which creates a possibility that suddenly feels impossible to ignore anymore. If Max Verstappen can become this competitive this quickly in one of the most brutal endurance races on Earth, then maybe Formula One is only showing part of what he is truly capable of. But maybe the most important part of this entire Nürburgring story has nothing to do with lap times, qualifying positions, or even the final result. It is the reaction Verstappen created inside the motorsport world, because after this weekend, drivers stopped looking at him as only a Formula One champion. Now they are starting to look at him as something much bigger, a complete racing driver. And inside professional racing, that label means everything because elite drivers already expect Formula One champions to be fast. That part is normal. What truly shocks professionals is adaptability. The ability to jump into a completely different machine on one of the hardest circuits on Earth against specialists who have spent years mastering it and immediately compete near the front. That almost never happens, especially not at the Nürburgring. This circuit destroys confidence. Drivers cannot hide here. Cars cannot hide here. Teams cannot hide here. Eventually, every weakness appears, and that is exactly why Verstappen's performance became so important. Because over the course of this brutal event, weakness never really appeared. Pressure increased, traffic increased, fatigue increased, the danger increased. Yet Verstappen Racing kept looking composed. That is what started impressing people the most. Not just the speed, the discipline, the calmness, the complete absence of panic. And maybe that explains why Toto Wolff reportedly watched this entire situation so carefully. Because experienced team bosses understand something casual fans often miss. Talent becomes far more dangerous when it is versatile. Anybody can specialize in one category. Very few drivers can dominate multiple worlds, and now Formula One drivers are starting to realize Verstappen may actually belong in that category already, especially because endurance racing attacks completely different skills. In Formula One, races are controlled carefully. At the Nürburgring, chaos controls everything. Traffic changes every lap. Weather changes every hour. Drivers constantly make split-second decisions while mentally exhausted, and Verstappen looked strangely comfortable inside all of it. That is not normal for a newcomer. That is the kind of behavior people usually see from veterans who have raced endurance events for years. But here is where the story becomes even bigger. This Nürburgring performance may have quietly changed how Verstappen himself views his future. Because once drivers experience endurance racing at this level, something often changes psychologically. The challenge becomes addictive. The unpredictability, the teamwork, the survival aspect, the feeling that every hour creates a completely new race. And Verstappen looked fully immersed in that environment. Not frustrated, not overwhelmed, focused, locked in, almost energized by the chaos. That is why the paddock reaction became so intense after the night phase of the race. People realized this might not be a one-time appearance. And if Verstappen continues exploring endurance racing seriously, the implications become enormous. Le Mans, more Nürburgring races, global endurance championships, possibly building a legacy across multiple disciplines instead of only Formula One. That possibility suddenly feels real now, because after surviving one of the hardest nights in motorsport while staying competitive near the front, Verstappen no longer looks like a Formula One driver experimenting outside his comfort zone. He looks like somebody expanding his territory. And maybe that is the real reason this Nürburgring weekend became such a huge story. Not because Verstappen surprised people with speed, because he surprised them with how naturally he fit into one of the most brutal racing environments in the world. The green hell usually exposes limits. Instead, it may have revealed that Max Verstappen's limits are far bigger than anybody imagined.